All right, let's make sure you got the right answers after watching the Math Antics video. Graphing means making a visual representation of an equation or data set so you can understand it better. Number 2, you need two numbers called coordinates to plot a point on the number plane or coordinate plane. Number 3, the vertical axis is called the y-axis. Number 4, the horizontal axis is called the x-axis. Number 5, coordinates are called ordered pairs. The first value of an ordered pair is an x. Number 7, the second value of an ordered pair is a y. When I have the ordered pair 3, 5, that's what an ordered pair looks like. The x is the 3 and the y is the 5. Where do you start on a coordinate plane when plotting points? You start at the origin, which is 0, 0. The 4 regions on the coordinate plane are called quadrants. And this last one I want you to watch while we do it. We're going to label the quadrants. We always start in this is our first quadrant. It's always the first one. And it's also, everything in this is positive, positive. Our second quadrant, the x's are negative, but the y's are positive. In our third quadrant, that's a plus. I'm so sorry. Oof. In our third quadrant, everybody is negative. And in our fourth, that's a 4 in Roman numerals, I have a positive x, but a negative y. After you get all this stuff written down, flip over to the next page. I need you to do this page. So number 1 says, what are the coordinates of point A and what quadrant is it in? Well, point A is right here. When we find something, we always go over first and then up or down when we're finding a point. So we always start right here at 0. So I'm going to go over. Let's count how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I went over 5. Now to get to that A, I've got to go up. 1, 2, 3. I went up 3. So the coordinate for A is 5, 3, and I know that it's in quadrant 1. Remember, these are all positive. The C's, your X's will be negative, your Y's will be positive. So when you're doing B, everything should be negative. When you're doing D, it should be positive X, negative Y. So start at the origin, go over, whether you go left or right, and then up or down. Do 2, 3, 4, and 5. 2, 3, and 4 that way. Number 5, we're doing the opposite. So I'm going to find the point on the graph. So I always go over first. So from my middle, I got to go over. That's positive, so I got to go to the positive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then up or down, well, that's a 0. So I don't do any. I can't go at all. So I put my dot right here on the 5 and put an H next to it. You do the same for I, J, and K. When you're done, flip over to the next page. On this page, you're going to do the same thing you were doing back on the other page. Point A is at 5, 3. So let's see how they got that. So they started at 0 and went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, over 5. 1, 2, 3, up 3. So that's where they got that 5, 3. Remember that if the letter is in this first quadrant, everything's going to be positive. So F, both your answers are going to be positive. Over here, your X will be negative and your Y will be positive, so that D will be like that. C and I will both be negative, negative, and E and J will be positive, negative. So that should help you a little bit to plot your points. Do this page, and then you're turn it in and you're done.